Hi everyone, welcome to Race Technology. Today we are going to see about uh, users creation with role change, and also we are going to see about some of the features of the project. In our last video we have saw like how to create a project and how to create a user as well. And since this is a trial version, we can invite a user to join using this plus user addition icon, and we can type the email as we discussed in the last video and choose the role. And since this is a trial version, we can have only administrator role to be created for the user. So a mail will be triggered and that particular user can access the project from his location. So this is about user creation. And if you're not having trial version, then you have options to create roles for the user and then assign this role to the user you have sent an invite, and anytime you can change the role of the user. So this is about user creation, and we have saw the new project has been created in the last video. So in this we are going to see about some of the features of the project. The thing which are going to see is, first thing we are going is the planning of the project. So we saw that in this JIRA works on based on two like agile or scrum, like agile principle, and it is based on scrum methodology or Kanban methodology. In the initial project creation, we have selected scrum methodology. So this is how we have created the project. In the planning, we have a board for a particular scrum or Kanban board. So it is part of the planning of the planning feature. So in this board we have more features particular to the project. For example, timeline is nothing but whenever you have a task or epic created, and within what time the task can be completed. So that is what we put it as a timeline. If you create a task or epic, that thing, if you drag and if you place it on a particular calendar, like what is the time period required for completion, or you can reduce or something, that is called timeline. So epic is nothing but the major functionality. For this example, when you take a home page and it contains login functionality, so this functionality we can call it as an epic. And also when we go into shopping carts or something, we have payment method. That payment method is called a epic. And inside payment method we can have credit card or bank payments, that is called as stories. So each thing that can be called as a stories, that functionalities could be called as a stories. And we have other thing in JIRA is called task. Suppose when you are going and for creating a development project, you are going to configure something like SQL or something, like architecture which you are going to do, that could be considered as a task. And each story or epic or something, like each story and task will have a subtask, that is called a subtask. Now I have already created some epic and story and subtask and add a timeline. I move the timeline. Next thing is like a backlog. Backlog is nothing but whenever an epic or like issues which are not moved to sprint, like which is ready for development, is called product backlog. And when the issues are moved to sprint, and if there are any pending items in the sprints, it is called sprint backlog. So now let us see what is a sprint. Sprint is nothing but you are setting a goal to complete all the tasks and the stories which is assigned to the particular sprint. It is like a time period you are going to complete the task. So that is called as a sprint. So this is a backlog which contains like one story and task, and these are all part of epic story, that will be not coming under backlog. So what is the thing is, next thing is like this is like a product backlog. Now we are going to create a sprint. So we have to select all the tasks, like whatever task which are going to add, like we have to select, and we are going to create a sprint, and we have created a test one sprint, and in this, like, this task needs to be pushed to the sprint. So what we are going to do is, now we are going to drag this issue and put it to the sprint. So these two things selected and move to the sprint. Like, sprint is nothing but, like, you are adding something, like, for a particular period of time you are going to complete the task. So what I'm doing is, like, this is a sprint defaultly created. We can create a test one sprint. So these things we can create, and duration we can, like, maximum sprint duration based on task is like 3 weeks. We should not, or 4 weeks, like, we should not go more than this 3 or 4 weeks. That is the sprint strategy, and most of the people will go for 2 weeks. That is the strategy. From current date, like, for example, you need to change the date, like, whatever date we are working, that one we can change. And end date is, like, it takes 2 weeks, and sprint goal is complete all the tasks and story. Okay, complete all tasks and story. So that is the sprint goal. So I'm updating. So now we have set the goal and everything. See, goal is this, and we are going to start the sprint. So as soon as we like, see, it is not having it is some information showing, like, estimate. We'll see in the later videos, like, what is an estimate. So it is not like, estimate is nothing but, like, time period we are going to complete the task. For example, it was each individual task you're giving an estimate, like, I will complete with 1 week or something. Like, we can have a story points also. That is also one part of estimate. So that is the thing. If you watch my previous videos of agile explanations, in that video you can find what is an estimate as well as story points and everything. So that is the thing. So I'm going to start the sprint. See, now the sprint is started, and it is an active sprint. Next thing which we see, it's active sprint, because now only we started. In the sprint, what are the stories we have added, it's come, and we can also, like, select like which part it is there. Like, based on epic also we can select or filter. This is like filters, like, what are the things we have to see, what are the things I'm applying. Like, assign to me alone I'm showing. Assign to me means the user, like, when you go to the particular story or task, there will be something called as assigning. So that people will be assigned. This is assigned to me. So that one, like clear filters, it will clear all filters. So recently updated, many things we can go. And group by stories in the sense, it will group by a story or task. Like, group by epic means, see, it will have like a epic, like, we can have that much of things. Group by projects, so like that it will have. And we have, like, sprint insights, like, it is report, like, sprint reports, that you will see in the next coming videos. So in today's video we saw about user role creation, like, allocating a particular user to the particular role. Like, if admin means he could have all the access of edition, like assigning, authorization, everything. Like, normal role means he cannot have or delete or create most of the things, like creating issue or something. Some authentication permission would not be given. Authorization permission or authentication permission will not be given. And we also saw about project features. In our next video we will see some more features of the project. Thank you for watching my channel. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.